JC. Hey, ice cream. Can I have some ice cream, please? Yes, please. Nâng gạo. Mi gạo mai? Chai gạo. Yeah, chai. Getting a little ice cream, and these little ice cream vendors roll by, and it's only 10 baht, and I don't get the cone, I get a cup, and they'll put some peanuts, and they'll put all these other little things if you want sticky rice and all sorts of stuff. I get peanuts and milk. So, mi tua mai, tua noi, nom noi doi. And so that's really good. It's refreshing. It's usually a mixture of coconut ice cream and vanilla ice cream. It's really refreshing. It's really inexpensive. Mai ao cup. 10 บาทใช่ไหมขอบคุณมากครับ Thank you. Yeah, ice cream. It's an affordable little treat here. It's homemade ice cream. And like I say, this is a mixture of vanilla and coconut. Very good. Nowhere. I want to talk to you a little bit today about relationships. Older foreigners with younger Thais. I'm going to do this an extensive video in the membership section, but I want to touch on this because if you come over, I don't want you to be disappointed or disillusioned. What's the reality? Now I'm going to tell you the way it really is. You know, I want to keep it honest. You know, that's the way I roll. And so, if you come over and you have the option to have some kind of relationship with a younger person, you know, it strokes your ego. There's no doubt about it. But you have to understand the dynamics that are really at play here. And I did a video about mutually beneficial relationships, and it refers back to that. That it's an agreement. You know, you're trading money for youth or money for affection. And you should be able to do that. It shouldn't be illegal to do it. And, you know, even if, I mean, imagine you say something nice or somebody says something nice to you. Oh, you look great today. It makes you feel good. Whether it was completely 100% honest or not, it doesn't matter. It still made you feel good. And see, that's sort of the premise that we're dealing with here. Thai people have a characteristic or a value called grenjai. And grenjai means they're not going to say anything that makes you feel bad. Now, we could call that a lie. But they don't. That it's just that they don't want to make you feel bad, so they're going to sort of say what you want them to say, what you want to hear. They're going to tell you because it makes you feel good, and that's the idea. They want to make you feel good, and so that's sort of the premise behind this whole thing. The general operating procedure is that you find somebody and you're able to improve their life in some way, give them something that, you know, they really need, which is financial assistance. And with that financial assistance, they're able to do a lot of things. Hey, another ice cream cart going by. All right, got one. Sawadee ka, sabay di mai. So the reality of this is that you're trading money for something. And it's a good thing, and it makes you feel really good. Now, you got to remember that I always say that, you know, Thai people are opportunistic, all Southeast Asians, and they don't have a lot, so they're looking always for opportunities to improve their life in some way. And so that's what they're doing. So you're improving their life in some way. Now, if that ever ceased to exist, in other words, you're not treating them nice, or you're cutting back on the amount of value you're giving them, or something like this, then that dynamic's going to change. And if you're tied to this thing like you're in love with this person, you know, that it's like really love. A lot of times, you know, I ask the Thai people and these are younger girls, why were you with the foreigner? Because they'll break up or something. And they'll say, well, I pitied them. And so, you know, realize that could be the dynamic. It's not about love, but they feel sorry for you because you're alone and you have nobody and you're going to offer them some money. And so that's the deal. And so if you get caught up and you're in love, and you will probably, because it's so nice, it feels so good. And it's something you need. It's one of your human needs, is affection and love. And so, but you can't be locked into this thing of this is the only person that can give it to me, you know, and if this person goes, I'll never get it again, because it isn't like that. It is available. and it's a good thing it's available, you know, and it's a good thing that we can have it and feel good, because a lot of people back home, as you know, don't get this need fulfilled, and you know, and they live a life of solitude, and a lot of people are depressed because you really need affection, you really need kindness, and you really need a connection. So, but I'll do a much longer video about this, but I just want you to know, if you come over, that's the dynamic, okay? Don't fall in love. Keep the same rules that you had for your relationships back home. You know, I see people come over in a week, they're going to get married or something, and I'm going, what happened? You know, if you were back home, how long after you met somebody would you actually offer to marry them, you know? Some people it's a year, 2 years, whatever. I said, well, what happened? Why'd you throw that rule out the window when you came here? And it's because they feel it's a scarcity thing, because there's a scarcity back home. Well, there isn't a scarcity here, you know? Just get your needs fulfilled emotionally, and remember that it is a relationship that in some cases is financial. You know, even if you're married, you help out the family. It's not like you're paying this person for them. You're giving the money and it's going to the family, it's going to other things. It's not like they're on a payroll where they get a check, you know. The money varies a lot, you know, depending on what they need, when they need it, what the family needs. So just remember this, that, you know, both people are being fulfilled, but if ever the fulfillment stops, then the relationship will stop. And be prepared for that, and don't let it devastate you. Just, you know, you loved what it was giving you, and you might miss it. Yeah, I understand that, but don't get freaked out about it, okay? And move on and find somebody else to connect with. All right, I hope that's been helpful. I hope it made sense. And remember that there's a lot of options. You know, there's always an option. So come over here and you can have your hopes and expectations, but don't be attached to them so strongly that if some days they're not met or something changes, that you become devastated over that, because that wouldn't be a good thing no matter where you live. Okay? Hope it's been helpful. Remember, there is always an option.